Many thanks for choosing us. If you're unable to use your SIM card for cards, data, connections, mobile money, and other activities, then know that you are part of the over 9 million subscribers whose SIM cards have been deactivated. According to a directive from the National Communications Authority, all subscribers who have not registered their SIM cards or have completed only phase 1 of the process will have their numbers blocked effective today. We'll be getting an update from the telcos, but first, some subscribers are saying that although they have completed the registration process, their SIM cards have been blocked. Benis Abobedo was at the ground and spoke to a number of them. Mike.
So we're here to assess the impact of this SIM card blockage. You will remember, or you may recall, that on the 20th of November, they began the gradual deactivation of certain services like data, phone calls. But this time, if your SIM card is blocked, you are not accessing any service, including emergency services, and that tells you how terrible this blockage is. I'm told by those who work here that on a typical day you won't see this particular number of people gathered here, and they assume it's because of the blockage that started yesterday.
From network, I was here before they came, but still they haven't even completed one person pool.
I've already registered it, I've done everything for it, but I don't know that they will cancel or do something like that. So as I put my SIM inside the phone, the internet is not, they say I should fill the full registration. Okay. So I did not know, that's why I don't know. But the other ones that I've already done everything.
Let me try and see if I can speak to a few more people to find out from them the impact of this directive on them. Good morning, Patrick Felsen.
Salam.
Na me patrol anope den e do abaha.
Very some sim no. Me call WhatsApp and
So this gentleman says that his WhatsApp services aren't working. As you may be aware, you need data to use WhatsApp. Now me patrol na wonim say enra, which is 30th November. Na buying an Ministry of Communications aka so more register mo SIM cards in ayam block is anyama we ni na.
Na me nimba be mo na me wo kwan mo. Andro na gero me buy.
Who your driver? Kwa kwanso. Nti ene wa hai eden na wo hwere. Wo ejuma bi kwa na bibisa.
Ene me rese.
This gentleman says he's a driver. He actually knew of the directive from the Ministry of Communications, but says he was on the road working, so there was no way he could actually make time to register his SIM. And today is his day off, and that's how he's able to do so. Let me find out if I can speak to a few people. Hello, sir. Good morning. Mohammed. Na anope den e de wabaha.
Pacho misim no. Omugusu send message saying bali science first me the kind by no say omunjindi say ba ye na ye omuji miami aso me say obi o ma say nti actually me ko o state o ma register ko nchen ho me ko o ma register enso enye juma na nsa e wo ma na me WhatsApp line na akate nti e na anura ma batena hasa ba say 3 o'clock na me san ko e ti ana pa aja me san ba ha bio.
Mohammed is also a victim of what I may want to refer to as roadside registration people, if there's anything like that. But these persons are basically not in the offices. Some of them are mobile money agents who offer registration services. Okay, so they did it for him for free, but the unfortunate thing is that he's still not registered. Okay, so this gentleman is actually telling me something. We need to go back to him. Also, one on the register ma ojusika.
Okay.
Okay, so these people I refer to as roadside registration officers, for lack of a better expression, actually sometimes, according to this man's story, will charge you for doing it. Now,
I see fingerprints. So I say about me checking soon about and run I'm trying.
Oh, checking and what did that number been checking?
Me check it 400 # 400 #.
I me register hadada. O my me bibia wa hadada. Me wo na menya message say me de number. And ndo aton esamba ha. Network na nya dwuma fa no pass ya tena asa 5. We me dwuma fo nyina na epon coffee. and I san ban no power and still the network in Yejuma.
Na me paucho o se omo ye bibia ma omo je won nsa no so.
My top picture nyina me dimi san to de no so nyina. Feel the meeting message ni say emba enti me san ento ma lock me WhatsApp ni nyina.
Put me your call.
And the power the me sister your call but me nim say the ma chama I don't know.
What you feel saying?
Fidelia.
Okay, so for Fidelia here, she says she's done everything and she did it right here at this office. They took her biometrics, they took her photograph, but she received a message that her number will be blocked because she's not completed her registration. I was finding out from her what kind of services she can't access. She says data, WhatsApp, but she was able to make a phone call today. Into fingerprints, picture, but still I ain't registered.
Yeah, me standing in our house. My yelling in our house. And to my pictures made me sent to any asu. And to me say, baby, I okay. And you mean coming me kune baba, me kundi and abba. Me then and buy this my message, but I mean who phone to say. And my kind, so my blocking me, what were cheap and WhatsApp in now.
So what does this mean for the over 9 million people whose SIM cards have been blocked, and what will the telcos be losing as a result of this? Our in-house data analyst Kofi J is with me here. He'll break it down for you. Kofi, what does this mean for mobile SIM card users?
So Aisha, you remember that the Minister for Communication actually gave an update on the total number of SIM cards registered in Ghana. That was then before this new initiative was actually introduced. Was about some 42 million SIM cards that we have. If you look at the new update, it's about 30 million people SIM cards that have been able to go through probably the first and second stage. They gave an update. They say now we have 9 million SIM cards that will probably be cancelled or will not be allowed to use their services. The impact will not only be on consumers or those who are using the SIM card, but government will also take a hit. Now we know the Ministry of Communication, they've actually done a number of extensions as far as this whole exercise is concerned.
Correct.
The latest one being the November 30th. This is what we are actually experiencing. They warn customers that if they are not able to go through the first and second stage, they will get their SIM cards actually blocked. Now, if a SIM card is blocked, remember that one revenue or tax handle that has been of a controversy this year has been the e-levy. And this is connected to SIM cards.
Yep.
So if you have about 9 million SIM cards, we do not know the number which have been able to register for e-levy, but surely we have some of these SIM cards they have Momo accounts. Exactly.
Accounts, yeah.
So next year government is projecting to get some 2.2 billion Ghana cedis from mobile money,
users who will be paying e-levy.
E-levy.
Yeah.
So if you have about 9 million SIM cards being cancelled, and this means that probably government will also take a hit as far as their revenue projection is concerned. Even if you look at the 42 million registered SIM card then before this new directive, and you look at how much government wanted to get from e-levy, that was about 6.95 billion Ghana cedis. They ended up getting only about 360 or 333 million cedis from January to September.
So with this one coming in,
this one coming in would tell you that government probably will be in dire strait in 2023, and probably they may not be able to reach the 2.2 billion more money targets if this actually is not resolved. Yeah.
I know that the telcos are also worried about this because they would also be losing in terms of people
revenue,
who are buying credit, people who are buying data, people who are using mobile money services and all of that. How much will they be losing in terms of
Well, remember that telcos have actually been, let me not say forced, but they've actually reduced, some of the telcos have actually reduced their service charge on mobile money from 1% that they were charging already now to about 0.75%.
Yeah.
Just for government to also make way to pass the e-levy. And so if you have about 9 million SIM cards being blocked, and telcos already, they've actually reduced their rate from 1% to 0.5%, you're losing revenues there. Yeah. And you're doing this to them again, and we may not be able to quantify the amount that probably they will lose next year, But definitely, telcos will also take a hit. So consumers will take a hit, telcos will take a hit, and governments will also take a hit as far as ELP is concerned.
Definitely. This is certainly something that will hit almost everybody who has lost their SIM card, the businesses, and government as well. And so the NCA wants to look at it again, and if we could do something about it. Thank you very much, Kofi, for that analysis. And today, of course, is World HIV/AIDS Day. The Hope for the Future Generations has called on stakeholders to unite and work to eliminate the disparities and inequalities that create barriers to HIV testing, prevention, and access to HIV treatment in Ghana, citing UNAIDS dangerous inequalities, World AIDS. And the executive director, actually, Cecilia Senyo, says that despite the progress that has been made towards the global AIDS response, it is still untenable that in 2021, adolescent girl or young women between 15 to 24-year-old became infected with HIV every 2 minutes, and that 250,000 adolescent girls and young women were newly infected with HIV, more than 80% of whom were in sub-Saharan Africa. She said the increasing rate of new HIV infections, especially among the youth in Ghana, is alarming. And that's in line with the national theme for World AIDS Day, which is 20 years of multi-sectoral HIV response, accelerating progress to end AIDS. All hands must be on deck to address barriers and inequalities to slow down the HIV/AIDS infections. Now, Programs Manager Nancy Ansa also calls for more education awareness and retesting among young people to reduce the rate of infection.
Women are susceptible, and one of the key things we have to look at is the ability of our young women to negotiate for safer sex. That is very, very important. And when we look at women and HIV, we realize that there are many inequalities that fight against women when it comes to HIV. And these inequalities are barriers. And to remove these barriers, we may continue to see this trend where young women are more in getting infected with HIV. So we have to look at the issue of safe sex negotiation. We have to look at the issue of assertiveness for adolescent and young women, that they are able to assert their rights. We should also be looking at making healthcare available, especially friendly adolescent facilities or facilities that are friendly towards young people, so that young people can access healthcare also with ease that other segments of the population do.
Management of the National Service Scheme has suspended its Ashanti Regional Director Alex Opoku-Mensah for verbally abusing a nurse at the Menchia Government Hospital. In a press statement issued on Thursday, it said the suspension is with immediate effect. It adds that the decision has been communicated to the embattled director. Meanwhile, my colleague Erastus Asaridonko visited the facility yesterday and reported that though the incident has not affected operations, some of the staff are demoralized.
So we are here at the Menchia Government Hospital. This is the surgical ward, and this is where the conversation or the communication or the bad blood, call it anyhow, this is where it happened. And so we are told that the NSS boss entered the surgical ward from here. You can see it's a very busy place, lots of nurses attending to patients here and there. You can count about 6 to 7 beds in this room full of patients, another room in here full of patients.
I came here to deliver an item.
So this nurse who followed the phone conversation between the doctor and the nurse has been recounting what actually happened.
She complained that she has called the doctor earlier, but she didn't pick. She called a colleague of hers before she called back. And then when she called, the nurse said, "I've been calling you, but you are not picking." And she said she was at church. And she said, it's not today, since yesterday, so please come to surgical ward. And then doctor asked, what am I coming to do there? Why should I come there? And she said, but you are a doctor, so come to surgical ward. Out of anger, she cut the call. Nothing went, nobody insulted anybody. So the doctor called back and I received it. And I told the doctor that she should come to surgical ward. This is the issue. There is a drug which she's supposed to delete it because she's the one who entered it. And then someone will come and do it for her. That was all.
So the issue about whether she wrote a prescription for a baby with convulsion and all that is not true. This is an adult surgical ward. How is the situation here yourself?
Honestly, everything is calm over here. So, in fact, we are hoping to hear from the house officer, like the doctor in question.
Okay, so she is a doctor. Lots of nurses in here who are currently working. I want to find out from a few of them how they are feeling at the moment.
We are still doing our nursing activities and doing whatever we have to do for our patients. And we are working in harmony. You can even see the doctor around. But then, as we all know, justice delayed is justice denied. We just want justice to prevail. That's what we are looking for.
What justice means?
Justice means that the man will have to come and do the needful. Yes.
You want an apology from him?
Exactly. That is what we are looking for.
In person?
In person. Yeah. And also a written apology as well. Yeah.
But your head office is demanding that from tomorrow, if he doesn't resign, you guys are laying down your tools. Is that what is going to happen here?
Exactly. That is what we are looking for. So we need the needful to be done as soon as possible so that we don't also put our patients at risk. Because we are all going on strike. That is, we are not coming to work if the needful is not done.
Lessons have been learnt by the Menshia Government Hospital Management. Dr. Kamaruddin Koku Hussein is medical superintendent of the hospital.
We need to give orientation to all new staff. Whether the first time that they are in, we should just do that. We shouldn't wait for a whole group to be in before we start. Because as soon as the house officer comes in, he or she starts work. So instead of us waiting, because our plan orientation is supposed to be done next week. So instead of us waiting, we could have done for each one of them who comes in, and then we give them some short orientation before they start work. I think that is the part that we would need to look at, and then we'll take it up. We will not recommend them to be taken away from here. We think this is just an issue that we can handle. So the doctor will continue to work here. The nurse will also continue to work here.
Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
We're still live on Joy News today. We'll be back shortly with more. Do stay tuned.
Hello, good afternoon. It's time to do business with me, Beverly Broom. Now, all is set for the 38th National Farmers Day happening at the Koforidua Jubilee Park in the Eastern region. Already, there is a lot on display, the Jubilee Park. Maxwell Agbagba is there for us. Hello, Maxwell, if you can hear me, what can you report? Hello, Maxwell. Hello, Maxwell. Can you hear me? So we are trying to connect live to Maxwell. He's at the Koforidua Jubilee Park in the Eastern region where the 38th National Farmers Day is happening. Maxwell, if you can hear me, what can you report?
Yes, so we're here at the Koforidua Jubilee Park where the 38th National Farmers Day will be taking place. What you can see right now is the National Agricultural Fair, which is ending tomorrow. It ends tomorrow, and then tomorrow also we have the National Farmers Day, President Akufo-Addo is expected, to be here together with other dignitaries. Eastern region is considered one of the food baskets of this country. Produces maize, produces cassava, and other food staples. Let's speak to some of the exhibitors here at the National Agriculture Fair. So, what's your name?
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Tekmo Chagomoka, and I work for Sitco Western Central Africa. It's a private seed company.
Okay. Tell me, so what do you do?
Oh, we are in agriculture, so we produce seed for farmers. The seed which farmers now grow and produce maize, and the maize, that's the farmer used to make bangu and kenke, and some to use to make poultry feed, meat animals, yeah.
What makes Sitco and Central Africa Limited different from the other seed producing companies over there?
Sitco is the biggest seed company in Africa. Our activity started in 1940. So we've got over 8 decades in seed industry. We understand the African farmer. 80% of our farmers are actually small-scale farmers, and also we produce high quality and high yielding seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how can we reach you? How can people reach you?
We are in Julu at 7 Julu Crescent, but also you can visit our website at www.sitcogroup.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
okay, so there are more companies here at the National Agriculture Fair. We have the AMG, we have AMG Ghana also here. Let's speak to a rep from AMG Ghana. Hi. RMG, sorry. RMG, yes. Tell us, what do you have?
Yes,
here?
we are into input business.
Okay.
Yes, crop protection products, fertilizers, seeds, and so on. Yes. And we also give technical guidance to farmers as well. So we don't only sell the products to the farmers, but we also train them on how to use the product very well to get the needed outputs from our products.
Okay, great. And earlier we're talking about your locally produced perfume long grain rice.
Yes. So
tell me more about it.
Yes. So we are along the value chain for the rice production. So we sell quality input to the farmers, and then we also do the farming on our own, ourselves. So this is as a result of the product from our farm. That is it, the copper rice, the long grain perfume rice. Yes, locally produced.
Okay. But what makes it different from what we have on the market? What makes it standard?
Yes, the quality. Obviously, the quality. Yeah.
I mean, recently we heard that government was going to restrict access to dollars or forex to people who import rice, fruit juice, and other things that we can find here. I want to find out from you, what do you make of that?
Yes, that's for me, it's an excellent decision to be made, because the local rice industry must be supported to be able to produce the rice here locally for the consuming public. Yes, very, very important.
So you support that?
Yes, I do support that.
You're telling me that you're producing at 30% capacity now?
No, not production, but the mill.
The mill is...
Yeah, the mill.
Okay.
Yes, produce only milling up to about between 30 to 40% capacity. So it means when we do more production, the mill is ever ready to do the milling to bring it to the market.
Okay. And that would mean what? The consumption of more locally produced rice?
Yes.
So how can we reach RMG Ghana? RMG Ghana, if you want your local, your local rice, perfume long grain rice, how can we reach you? How do we call you?
Yes, so you call this number 059-3841-841. Yes, for the local rice. Yes.
Thank you very much. So you heard from RMG Ghana. They are also here at the National Agricultural Fair happening at the Jubilee Park here in the Eastern region. Let's speak to AMG.
Yes,
okay, so that's RMG,
yes.
AMG.
Yes.
Okay, tell me, AMG Fertilizers, what do you do?
Okay, so AMG basically is an agricultural manufacturing group. We are manufacturers of fertilizers in the country. We are a locally owned Ghanaian company. We are the largest and biggest distributor of fertilizers in the country at the moment. We do all forms of fertilizers for all kinds of crops. And then we do what we call the enhanced efficiency fertilizers. Fertilizers that allow the plants to be able to absorb all the nutrients that the fertilizer is providing the plant. So that is what we do, and we do crop-specific fertilizers.
Okay. The Russia-Ukraine war is affecting everything. And we know that for the production of fertilizers also, you've taken a hit. Tell us, how is the war affecting you?
We've taken a big hit. You know, Russia used to be, or is the biggest supplier of phosphate across the world. Supplies about 30% of the world's phosphate. So as a major supplier across the world, we took a big hit. And therefore, as a company, it has affected the pricing that we have to price our farmers. Now, if you realize that fertilizer prices have skyrocketed. So as a company, what we have tried to do to make sure that the farmers don't get the full hit of some of these things is that we are providing crop-specific fertilizers that allow the plants to be able to get exactly the nutrients they need. So though you may be buying the fertilizers at a very high price, yes, but the plant is getting all the nutrients that the plant needs. And that is what we are providing the farmer.
So AMG, how do we reach you? How can people, what numbers can we reach you?
So AMG, the beautiful thing about AMG is we are spread across the country. All over the country we are available. Our warehouse is in Tema, our office is in Accra, Jowulu. If you are looking out for us, you can always reach out to us. Our numbers are 0240 366 381, 0240 366 381. On all social media platforms and on our website as well, you can reach us and we will give you very good fertilizers.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Now let's move to other exhibitors here at Agricultural Fair. Remember that the National Agricultural Fair, in fact, the 38th National Farmers Day celebration is on the theme Accelerating Agricultural Development Through Value Addition. Through value addition. And it's instructive, it's important, because in this era of global challenges everywhere, you heard the gentleman saying how the Russian-Ukraine war is affected even the production of fertilizers and how it has increased the cost of, some of the inputs that they use for the production of the fertilizers. What you can see here right now, this is the setup. This is the setup for the national event. President Akufo-Addo and other top dignitaries are also expected here tomorrow. But let's move and speak to more of the exhibitors here at the Jubilee Park here in Koforidua in the eastern region, where the 38th National Farmers Day will be taking place. What you see now is the National Agricultural Fair, which precedes the main celebration. Let's speak to, hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Jael Frida.
The name of your company again, Flour Mills?
Yeah, Flour Mills of Ghana. And we have our product name called Sankofa. Yeah, so we are producers of flour and poultry feed products. Yeah, and we have varieties of flour. We have for pastry, we have for bread, we have for noodles, we have for baguettes, we have for biscuits. And with the feed products, we have the concentrate. They are those ones that you have to get other ingredients to mix up with. And the complete feed, those ones are complete. You just open them and give them to the birds.
What makes you different?
Okay, we can say Sankofa is economically good. In as much as we are the greatest or highest in the market, our products are very affordable. And our feed are actually formulated and tested on a research farm before we take them into a larger production for sales. Yeah.
So how can we reach you? How can people reach you?
Okay, yeah, we are located in Tema Community 1, and you can reach out on 056 002 7329. That's for the customer care. We are not far from Gastem and Dock Labor, right at Tema on the main Harbour Road.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay, sure. So you heard from Flour Mills of Ghana Limited. We still have a lot of the exhibitors here. Many of them excited about what we are having tomorrow, especially also because President Akufo-Addo will be here tomorrow together with other top dignitaries for the 38th National Farmers Day. The Eastern region is hosting the national event. We have another company here, NGCD, okay, Carida, Agro Science Limited. Tell us, what do you do?
We are an agro company. We deal with anything concerning agro. We have our glyphosate here. This is Ajuma Boss. Ajuma Boss is a 100% weedicide for the control of all weeds. There's a premium glyphosate on the market. We also have Gramoda. This is grandmother paraquat for the control of weeds as well. So, mango farmers in this area, this is your product. This is mangoda. Mangoda. These are the packages for mango farmers around Somenyak in Tampo, all over. This is Mangoda. Mangoda 1, and this is Gemco.
So where can we find you? NGC Carida Agroscience.
You can find us in Tema in Kumasi as well. Kumasi, Ahojo, to be precise. And you can get any of our products in any agrochemical shops. Any agrochemical shop, you can get our products. If you want to buy in bulk, 0548 237577. 0548 237577. I'm Joe, the sales manager of this Eastern sector. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
okay,
sir.
Thank you. So we still have a lot of stalls, here at the National Agriculture Fair. Remember that the 38th National Farmers Day is on the theme Accelerating Agricultural Development through Value Addition. Many times we've talked about value addition and how it is important. We've talked about how we need to add value to many of the things that we produce here before we export them. And that point has been well made. And the exhibitors here, many of them are happy with the theme, and they tell us that they are committed to that as well, provided that government will provide them with the needed support. It's a countdown to the 38th National Farmers Day. All of the people here are expectant of the event. Many of the people we've been interacting here in the Eastern region are also waiting to see what would happen here tomorrow and who picks up the award as the National Best Farmer. Over to you in the studio.
That's our man, Maxwell Agbagba, there, coming to us live from the Eastern region, where the 38th National Farmers Day celebration is ongoing. And that's how we end business here. For more business news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Beverly Broom. Next is sports.
Well, it's time for sports here on the Midday News, and my name is Abigail Sanasusu. We're still staying in Qatar because the Black Stars are preparing for that all-important game tomorrow, and they are optimistic about their chances against Uruguay in that last group game. Some of the players have been sharing their thoughts ahead of tomorrow's clash.
I started as a football player, not a goalkeeper. I was playing, but unfortunately, our main goalkeeper, he got injured. So my coach pushed me to be in the goal because I was the tallest among the team. So from there, I did train well. So he thinks it's better I stay in the goal than to play. So that's how it all began. Then I continued my career from Kalkudi Nima to Red Bull in Ghana, Sogakupe, and as well in Aspire project, which I continue to have a scholarship to study and to play as well. And from there, things change. They change so fast. So for me, it has been a long journey, and I'm really excited to be here.
Williams, Kudus, yes! Absolutely brilliant, and Kudus and Ghana in total command here.
This is the biggest stage in football, and that has always been the dream. But when you grow up and get to this stage, you also want to leave a mark and perform in this stage. So making my debut was a dream come true, but I also wanted to leave a mark.
The journey is going on, and on Friday we have the chance to make something big, not only for us but for our families and for all Ghana.
we're all looking forward to the final game. We've been working hard off the pitch and listening to what the coach has to say, and now we're looking to bring it out in the last game.
And we are looking forward for this match. We are prepared.
And also being here in the World Cup is every boy dream to play in the big platform like this.
I believe everyone here and me myself, we approach every single game with the same mentality and the same determination. The past history is just an extra motivation to us to even go harder.
There will be a result. The team has been positive.
And Mohamed Kudus' blistering start to the World Cup has seen him get honored with a mural on the streets of Nima. Joy Sport Lawrence Bedu was at the unveiling and has come through with this report.
On the world stage, Black Stars midfielder Mohamed Kudus has had a mural of him unveiled in his childhood neighborhood, Nima. Kudus is currently with the national team in Qatar for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, where his impressive performances has drawn massive plaudits. However, those performances has not gone unnoticed in his neighborhood, as Muhammad Audu has taken time to put up a mural in the player's honor in Nima. Speaking to Joy Sports, Audu explained the need and motivation behind the artwork on the streets of Nima.
Yeah, the inspiration is like it's everyday life, like what we see. People feel like this community has nothing to offer, and this current Black Star team, I think we have a lot of Zongo guys that come from Ba. Kudus is a Nima boy, and I'm from Nima. And if you want to start something, you need to start home. And I want to use this mural as like inspiration to the younger ones that coming up from this community, because
interesting scenes from the street of Accra. But we have some fixtures later today as we continue to get the teams that make the last 16. So Costa Rica will take on Germany, Japan will take on Spain, Canada play Morocco, and Croatia play Belgium. Remember, there's live commentary on Joy 99.7 at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. and also on Joy Prime, where we get to bring you that game between Japan later at 7 p.m. as well. My name is Abigail Senasusu. Thank you for staying with us.
Welcome back to Joy News Prime. Now to the rest of our stories. Now, concerned members of the Hydro Cooperative Credit Union for Ghanaian workers have expressed the need for intervention of the Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations on the possible collapse of the credit union. According to them, all producers are procedures to bring sanity to save fellow Ghanaian workers funds from imminent collapse of the second largest cooperative society in Ghana for staff of VRA, Greatco, Netco, and other allied institutions, enterprises, market women, and other youth who saved their funds at the Hydro Cooperative have proved futile. He joins me, Agbeko is their leader. He joins me on phone. I'm grateful for your time, Mr. Agbeko.
Okay, thank you very much, and good afternoon to your cherished listeners.
What exactly are your concerns this afternoon?
Yes, I'm just a member of the concerned Hydro Credit Union members, and so our concern basically has to do with frivolous expenses that have been perpetuated to 2021 through the board. Money and other funds have not been judiciously used. And so a petition was raised through the acting registrar with other members also being involved as far as the petition is concerned. Now, fast forward, the cooperative, the register of cooperative had also been petitioned, and having been petitioned, he seems not to be responding to the various petitions that he has received. He buying time by creating additional committees here and there when the time elapses. Now, the issues on the ground have to do with AGM expenses, which seems to be so high, We see a system where we have creativity and share being perpetrated by the board. And therefore, the supervisory committee came out with a report which had about 4 lines, and the time would permit me. Hello?
So, Mr. Tona, what exactly do you want the ministry to do for you, briefly for me?
Yes, we want the ministry or the minister to intervene to prevent the board from continuing with this frivolous expenses, whereby public funds belonging to the Hydro Credit Union are being frivolously used by the board, and also to help bring sanity into the system.
Mr. Etonyo, I'm grateful for your time. He is one of the concerned members of the credit union, Dr. Etonyo Agbeko. Now, we take a break on JoyNews today. We'll be back with Showbiz with Becky.
Good afternoon, welcome to Showbiz here on JoyNews today. Now, away from that, ahead of the season finale of Joy Prime's Big Chef, a fanfare is scheduled to take place right before the show kicks off. Here is a detailed report by show host Michelle Ejikum.
It has been 11 weeks of display of exceptional culinary skills and delectable recipes on Ghana's favorite cooking reality TV show, Big Chef. The finale is here and the contestants are ready to cross their knives for the enviable crown as the biggest kiddie chef in Ghana come this Sunday. A fanfare will be held at 12:30 that day to usher patrons to a thrilling episode. The event, which will take place at the Joy FM premises, will see performances by Friday night hit maker Plasmid.
Come pass through, make we have fun. It's a Friday night, alright. When we drop in this party, people got your eyes on me. Stepping at the yard, all you for me. Everybody's watching movie.
And the youngest shining star in music, Photocopy.
Catch me live at the Big Chef Grand Finale. Come, let's have fun, cause I don't know what life brings tomorrow. So I live my
life. Who becomes Ghana's biggest kiddie chef this weekend? Well, you be the judge. Make presents to support your favorite to victory.
Let's go.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to that.
I miss being a kid.
So you really want to be part of it?
Oh,
well, you can join on Sunday. That's
yes, I'll be here.
You get to learn some of the cooking skills.
Yeah, it would be nice to learn them, you know.
For more news, log on to mydoorline.com, everybody.
My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Enjoy the rest of our programs.